AI website builders are everywhere now, but most of them just feel like glorified template builders. So I went hunting for the next wave, tools that don't just build a site, but actually understand you and think like a designer. I tested dozens and picked 4 that really impressed me, including one that surprised me a lot more than I expected. I'm Remi, I run an AI automation agency and help companies scale faster using AI. In my last video, I broke down AI website builders like Wix, Framer, Lovable, and 10Web. This time, I wanted to explore what's next, the tools that feel more like a designer assistant than template builder. So I tested Readdy, Lovable, which was already the winner from last time, Pineapple Builder, and Webflow's new AI features. Each one went through the same test. Can it help a solo founder, marketer, or small team go from idea to live site very fast without sacrificing quality? All right, let's dive in. All right, so let's get started. We're gonna be using the exact same prompt as my last video. In this one, we're gonna be using a few different tools. The very first one that I wanna use is Readdy. So let me copy all of that. It's gonna be handy later. So here is Readdy AI. It's with 2 Ds, and it has a very similar vibe as Lovable because you can just put in your prompt, you can speak, you can put in some images. There's also, what's interesting is there are some pre-built templates in here. You can have some landing pages, dance studios, marketing. So strategy consulting could be interesting for me here. Overall, there's a lot of different ones, fashion ones at the bottom too. It's pretty interesting. You can take a look. I think you need to create an account to land here, but it's still pretty cool to see all of that. They have some e-commerce as well. So I'm going to be pasting my prompt. Well, okay, it's already, we're maxing out on the 2000. So hold on one second. All right, so I just removed a couple things. Let's submit it. All right, so it seems to be thinking exactly what I need based on my prompt. Overall, it's suggesting some deep blue, electric purple, which is a kind of what I have already on my site. Accent bright teal. Yeah, that feels more innovation forward just because of the more bright colors. All right, let's give it a try. Let's generate it and see what happens. I can edit the page, create second page. I think they have some built-in database layer in there. So with Lovable, for example, you have to connect to something like Supabase in order to have your database set up. So it is definitely nice to have everything all at once, so you don't have to manage multiple places and connect the API keys together. All right, it's moving around. It's trying different things. Okay. You see everything being added as we speak. I didn't give a lot of details as to what AI automation services I'm providing, so it's staying a bit generic. That's just a general AI tip for you is if you're not very specific about what you want, then AI will pick things for you. So just keep that in mind that the more specific you are, the more context you give the AI, the better the prompting and the better the results will always be. So if my prompt was better in terms of what I provide as a service, obviously the result would be better. All right, still generating some stuff. I like the overall design of the page. There's a bunch of post to action, growth stories. This is pretty interesting too. I don't like the header. It's very sharp between the blue and the purple. Not very readable, but maybe it's still working on it. We can also ask to tweak it to see what we can come up with. I would love to have it trusted by industry leaders, but not yet. I have the contact form, which is nice. Seems it's built in. Don't know if that will actually work. On Lovable, I had to connect it to a third party like Tally. It's adding things in here that are quite smart from a business standpoint. So I like that a lot. But as you can see, if you're not specific with the AI, it's taking liberties. It's assuming I have a newsletter. It's nowhere in my script. It just assumed that it would be good for me to have one. Okay, confettis. I could probably remove some things. It's assumed I'm on all the socials as well. I'm on most of those, so that makes sense, but same thing, it assumed a lot. Okay, I don't know where that data is from, but this is interesting that it also graphs something out. It's also nice too, it's not just an image, it's actually showing the data over time. I would be careful with sharing data that is inaccurate, of course. I would have to verify that or provide my own. Yeah, I mean, it's saying 100-fold growth model, so it's assuming it's my data, but I have never passed in that data. I really like the overall look. The one thing that I don't like is the header, and that's a pity because that's actually what makes or break a good website. So let me fix that. Well, they have a nice selector here too, so you can show specifically which part of the website you want to give feedback on. I think that's a pretty smart thing. All right, that's perfect. Let's give it a try. While it's generating, I'm also trying to see all the features. I like the export to Figma. I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to appreciate that as well. Okay, I guess it's a bit more subtle. I could keep making this better, but at least it's usable here. I don't know if this is on purpose or if that's a bug, that there's sort of a gap in here. It's not the most professional looking logo or replacement of a logo here, so I would probably want to improve that a little bit. Of course, it's all making up on data points here because that was not part of my prompt. But as a whole, I like this a lot. It's generating a very nice website. It's easy to update things as I go. I'm on the free trial right now and I like what I see. There's probably some Q&A that we need to be doing to get better at this. It's assuming also all the contact field, which actually is doing a pretty good job. It has a company name, business email, phone number. It's also assuming other pages about us. Yeah, okay. So it assumed I'm going to generate more pages on our team, careers, press. I'd probably want to clean that up, keep it simple as a one-page website for now. Yeah, overall, it did a nice job. Again, the header is not the best, but pretty good first draft in here. So if you want to give that a try, definitely recommend that. I have not tested the SEO, although I did ask for an SEO-friendly website, so that would be nice to try that. Well, I can see the code too, which is nice for developers like me. You can go back in versions too. And try the share button. So that's generating a ready.link that I can share with people. Okay, a lot of the animations are working as expected. It does put a little design by Readdy here, which I assume if you upgrade, it will probably disappear. Looks quite nice, very easy to launch, pretty good results, very similar to what I already have on my current site and the one that I generated in the last video. Yeah, so the second one was, I'm not going to cover that again, but I did use Lovable in my previous one. I did generate my entire site here. That's my current live site. Using Lovable, I was able to generate all of that, and all the action is happening in here. So yeah, it feels very similar. This is, I guess, a bit more dark theme, but very, very similar type of website. I guess my current one is a little shorter. Maybe it was a bit more descriptive on Readdy, so that could be interesting to try to add some more of those ideas into Lovable. As a reminder, Lovable can remain for free. I'm still on the free plan. You can have 5 prompts every day. So what happens sometimes is I'll make an update, just type up the prompt, 1 or 2 prompts every single day. It remains free, and then I don't use it for a week, and then another prompt. If I need to build an entire new thing, then it could be over 2-3 days, so I can leverage the 5 per day. So yeah, this is Lovable here. I'm going to be trying another one that actually I was very impressed with. It's called Pineapple Builder. They also have some templates that are pretty good. So for the sake of my own agency, I'm going to be testing one of the consulting or agency ones. I'm going to be using this one, just putting in my business name, the language. So what I like is that it's very, it's forcing you to really think about the critical questions to figure out who your audience is, right? So this target audience questions. What problem does your business solve? So really focusing on problem solving, which is key for really building a really good website. There are some parts of the prompt that I can use in terms of the business details. The target audience is actually something I did not have as clear in my original prompt, so that's good to ask that. And in here for the target audience, I asked ChatGPT to help me with this a bit more. Decision makers, B2B SaaS companies, although I'm running out of words, so I'll have to shorten that. I had to remove some text to make it fit within the 50. I can't go more than 50. It's asking some more information about the industry. There's a lot of options in here. I'll go with digital solutions. Couldn't find anything about AI. I'll put business website here, website goal. That's a key question to ask, and I like this a lot, website goal, because you could be driving just brand awareness, so it's going to be focusing more on branding, or you could be converting traffic, or just getting leads, or just general SEO. So it's going to be a very different website based on your goal, so I think it's a very smart question to ask. Share your current website or an inspiration. That is also pretty good because you could having an existing one that has all the information that you're looking for, and instead of copy pasting it, it will just find it and scrape it for you. All right, let's try that. So then you can put more information about your offer, digital products. So it's asking what digital product you're selling. Can't really find anything about service, so I'm just going to go with software and apps. Offer quantity is just 1. You could put your pricing directly in here, and I guess it will try to put that up already. All right, so in my product info, I just put that I do a first free AI audit to find AI opportunities, and I build custom solutions with custom pricing. Unique selling points, I will put that I have 15 years of experience in software engineering. So I put that I have 15 years of experience in software engineering, a lot of technical experience in leadership, no hype, focus on ROI. We'll see what it generates from that. Brand personality, I think authentic is a big part of what I'm trying to do. Voice attributes, I want to say professional yet relatable. Additional information, I could probably ask ChatGPT to give some more information based on scraping my YouTube or finding something else, but for now, this is good enough. What do you need on your website? This is actually a very good question because those are all things that I had to manually do in Lovable, for example. So in terms of analytics, I needed to give the Google Analytics snippet to Lovable for it to be added. So I assumed if I check the box, it will add some more analytics for me. If I want some other things like collect emails, for now, if I want a chatbot, it seems like there's just a checkbox. I don't know if actually Pineapple Builder will provide that. And then you can decide one page or multi-page. I actually like having more questions up front instead of just fighting back and forth in 100 prompts to fix everything. So I like to have extreme clarity from the get-go and then generate the website. What's nice, I actually like this a lot as well because you get to choose palette that you like. So instead of the AI generating one thing, it will actually ask you what you prefer, which I like a lot. So I guess the lavender is maybe a bit, I think I've read somewhere, I'm not a designer for sure. I've read that purple seems usually as more innovative, blue more traditional or more professional. There is like a branding significance for each color. So you'll have to put that on ChatGPT based on what you're trying to convey, but I do like the lavender. I guess you can make it more vivid, more dark mode, more pale. Yeah, I'll keep somewhere in the middle. I like that you can just customize the font very easily. I have not seen that in other places. Button style, yeah, I think default is good. All right, so it generated some things. It found the 15 years in business, Hyper Best award winning. Don't know where that came from, but why not? Expertise in AI, tailored solution, proven ROI, your trusted AI growth partner. Yeah, I like this a lot. The pricing is not too good. I did say I had custom pricing, but it just made things up, so I'll have to remove that, I guess. Customer transformation. Well, I guess it didn't make things up here. It just said nothing. All right. So the first step, it called it train your AI, which is true. I did not actually end up giving my prompt at all. I just answered the question step by step. And then it picked the design for me. I don't really like the hero, and there's something weird at the top. It just overlaps here. So I'm going to hit regenerate, see what happens. I do like that section like this, but it kind of removed it. Oh, yeah, I did remove it by accident earlier because I was getting that purple one at the top and this was just going through. Okay, that seems to be doing better now. Still generating, but much better. All right, now I'm getting somewhere. So I think that was just a preview, but then it's actually creating the website for you. Now, what I like here is the ability to just drag and drop and change everything, right? So that's one con from Lovable and some other ones that I've tested that are more prompt-based. You can give a lot of information in the prompt and it will just do it, which is nice, but sometimes you just want to add things really quickly. You can just, double tap this and there you have it. You can update that directly. Seems you can even have the AI update it for you. Can easily remove sections instead of describing the section. It's definitely much better. Can add more hero social proof. Yeah, this is very nice. Makes it very easy for someone non-technical to be playing around with this. Update the data on the go. I'll have to test if the actual scheduling leads anywhere. This feels a little empty here, but I could probably generate something here. Train your AI marketer. Or you can put a /AI and add some more stuff. Oh, this is nice. Oh, there you go. We have the AI buddy appearing here. You can decide who you're talking with. So you can have a developer, a designer, a coach, a marketer. That's kind of smart because sometimes if you need help on more design, you're going to want to talk to a designer persona, someone that will help you with colors, branding. But if you want to find the right word for marketing purposes, then the marketer persona is going to work better. Okay, this is cool. Yeah, I guess you can just easily type in your commands here and or honestly just type in the text yourself if you want to. Default it to empty, which I guess makes sense instead of making up data. FAQs. It's starting with a lot of information, but I kind of like that because I actually want to start with a lot and remove it rather than keep asking to generate more. It feels easier as a user to do that. And they have an SEO page too. So you can manage all your SEO settings, the page description. Yeah, so that's something that I had to do manually in Lovable too. So really, really interesting one. It's asking all the right questions, and you have the ability to leverage AI for all the key terms here. Control the header. It's defaulting to the pineapple because it's pineapple builder. Just change the CTA, the style. There's a lot of options. You can still change the color palette, which is nice. A lot of the website builders, they just allow you to change the palette at the beginning and then never let you change it later. Same with the font buttons. Okay, I would leave, so I have to save the draft. I also saw that some of the images you can just ask to generate new ones with AI if needed. Design, you could change to your very specific colors if you have any. And you can add your custom domain very easily. Configure. Yeah, it's walking you step by step. So I guess it's also the hosting platform for you, which is much easier for someone not technical to be starting with that. You can just directly set that up. You have a lot of documentations and videos. I'm pretty impressed with the software here. I ran into this randomly, but that was actually a really good find. That's one of the best ones that I've seen out there, honestly. I might turn my official website into that. You can create more pages too. I guess it created a bunch of them for me. I don't know if they actually work. But yeah, it does. It generated all the other ones already. You can customize a lot of things. Of course, that will take a lot more time, but if you have something in mind and you want to make sure you have all the information that you want present on the page, then there's a good checklist here of all the things to think about. And you can go all your pages one by one, all the ones it generated. It's kind of like WordPress, where it generates a good way to manage all of that, but you don't have all the overhead of WordPress, and you have all the AI portion here. You can add direct section in here. What if I do remove pricing section? Let's see if it works. No, it did not do it, but I guess it's a simple button. I can still do it here. Yeah, I'm very impressed with Pineapple Builder. And now last, I want to go through Webflow. I had a lot of recommendations from different people in my previous video in the comments about Webflow, so let's give that one a try as well. That seems a bit more like Framer, where Framer has a lot of templates, but they also came up with an AI one recently. You can build your own, so a bit more designer friendly. All right, let's answer those questions. What are you building for? A business? Who's your target audience? What makes the business unique? Okay, I'm just gonna paste in my prompt. It's a very vague question, and it's asking multiple questions within it. And there's 5,000 characters, so I'd rather just dump everything and for them to get the information they need there. Brand style. Okay, so I guess you can select a specific brand. Futuristic, elegant, playful, bold, bright. Probably go with AI suggested. I'm not a designer. This is not my thing, which is why I love those, because I don't have a clue. AI suggested. The brand and tone, I still want to keep it me, so I'm going to try to find something that makes sense. Catchy, executive, insightful, technical. Probably technical makes the most sense based on my technical experience. Primary color, sure, let's go with AI suggested. All right, it went with data way. I don't know why. They asked for my business name, so they could have just put that. It's a little boring at the top. It's just really white on black background. I like the text, but the design, I don't know. Maybe that should have been part of a hero at the top. Maybe that was meant to be. It's more imagery, which actually the images are very nice, very professional. It links to other articles. I really like the images, actually. So maybe overdoing on the images, because every section has like 1 to 3 images, so I assume they're AI generated. I'm not sure. I've said it before, but if you are not specific, AI will make things up. It's usually what we call hallucinations, right? It's just made up a name, a title, COO. I have no idea who Taylor Kim would be. Certainly doesn't work for my company, but it's made up a quote about that person. So I would probably want to tweak that. All right, there's a good FAQ here. Get in touch for a strong CTA. This is not good. Also, the color when you go over is barely visible, so not so good. Get started is not a good call to action. Oh, okay, it does show 100-fold growth here. I would have expected that to show here, but that might be a bug, honestly. Can I change that? I think I have to answer those questions first. It's giving me multiple palettes. I can change the colors myself. Don't have a lot of options. Oh, okay, there you go. I can go into more purple, let's say. Yeah, let's try to go with that. Typography, I do like the font here. It looks very professional. The images are very good. And the buttons look good. Cards as well. It's a little round, but not too much. Yeah, it looks pretty professional, right? It's actually a pretty good... It's almost too many pages for the size of my company. I wish it had asked for the size to adapt a little bit. Oh, just because I changed the color, it actually regenerated all the images. Yeah, the result is pretty good. I don't like this section because there's no padding here. Looks a little off. But yeah, I do like, even with the new images, I do like the images a lot. I like the theme a lot better. It looks a bit more, if you're a bigger company, that might be the way to go, because you can still have a lot of the customization available. And now, after I've answered all the questions, I still have my easy way to edit anything. And I kind of have the Figma sort of layers or Photoshop type of layers, which is nice to be able to edit things on the go, copy entire sections. Definitely feels more not like you have like a simple shop. If you want to build a more advanced website, it seems Webflow is the way to go. I think it's more a bit more enterprise level, but it seems to be doing it quite well. I'm not sure if it does integrate with Figma or something like that. If you ever needed to, you want your design team to work with that. It seems it can do some advanced things in there, manage all your assets. You can change all of your CSS directly in here, which is nice. You just have more control, right? You can really see how advanced that is. So if you're a tiny shop that doesn't update the website very often, or solopreneur type of company, Webflow is not for you. If you're a SaaS with 100 people, definitely look into Webflow, because that might be what you need without having all the security concerns that come with WordPress. So that seems like a really good one. And honestly, within minutes, I still got something very good. It doesn't feel like the right one for me at this time, but it feels like a really good one for a bigger company. Overall, I think I was the most impressed with Pineapple Builder, just because of the overall, what it generated very quickly, something more simple. It asked me a lot of smart questions in the process. I think it was very good. I like the SEO settings as well, because I got a lot of questions in my previous video about SEO and how the AI ones are not as good. The fact that you have the ability to control those things in a very simple manner here, it matters a lot whether you have a simple website or not. SEO is of course key. So the fact that you can control that in here is very important. You can really have all the details that you want and really control all the SEO portion. I think that I like that the best. And then it generated all the different pages. I guess I couldn't find that page. I couldn't find that view earlier, but you can really manage all your pages at once. It generated some pretty good colors, good images, but not too much. The design is quite unique and good keywords. I will seriously consider switching to Pineapple Builder, honestly, for my business. Yeah, that was a really good experience and some of the best from the dozens that I've tested out there. I'm only showing on my YouTube video key ones, the ones I really liked. There are many more and more people reaching out to me to show specific ones. If they're not good, I won't even waste your time. So I'm trying to find the best ones and show it to you guys. Yeah, Pineapple Builder is the way to go. Very, very impressed. Hope you guys will give it a try and like it as well. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'm always all ears. If you have other suggestions as well, I always want to hear more from your experience. So here's the breakdown. Readdy is great for quick, structured sites, fast results with a really lean design. I thought Figma exports was a really nice feature too. As for Lovable, it's still a really good tool. It's easy to ask anything because of the prompting and back and forth. It's a free tool, so it's really great to get started, although it can be a bit more technical when troubleshooting or just setting up the hosting. Pineapple Builder was actually surprisingly creative. If you're trying to prototype a new idea, it's a really fun way to get momentum. They also have a free tier, so give it a try, and the hosting is built in, so you don't have to really deal with any of that. As for Webflow, it's really powerful if you know what you're doing. This is for pros that want speed, but not really hand-holding. You can really customize anything, so it's a really great way to scale if you're having a bigger SaaS or bigger company. So are AI tools ready to replace web agencies? Honestly, it's better than most, and they're changing the game when it comes to launching speed. Really, within minutes, you have a website up and going. You really have the hosting figured out. You have a lot of the SEO also figured out. If you're using one of these or testing others, drop it in the comment. Let me know what you like and don't like, and let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer them. And if you're into practical AI, not just hype, hit subscribe. I've got a lot more AI videos coming out soon. I'll see you in the next one.